So we did the thing again on Saturday between the Wolfpack and the Demon Deacons, where we were tracking free throw differential again, right? Like, log off, folks. I mean, if that's why you're watching a basketball game, I don't know what to tell you anymore. Maybe watching sports isn't for you anymore. That might be a harsh conversation to have, but if that's why you're watching a sporting event, it might be time to pick up another hobby. But I saw it playing out. And as NC State was trying to claw their way back into that game against the Demon Deacons, you know what became abundantly clear? State fans, you don't want to go to the line because you can't make free throws. I forgot what their free throw percentage was at some point in the second half before DJ Burns actually sank 2 to really seal the deal late.
It was like 2 of 10 or 2 of 11.
It was awful, to the point where I was not shocked when they went to hack a DJ there late. Remember, there was a foul away from the basket to put DJ on the line. And I'm thinking, you know what? Good for Steve Forbes, because he knows they can't make free throws right now. And he missed the front end, did he not? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he missed the first one. Anyway, so, State's win over Wake Forest wasn't about you obsessing over free throw differential. It was, holy crap, DJ Burns balled out, okay? It's not, oh man, Wake Forest got to the line so much. It's, hey, look at this NC State team that everybody was wringing their hands over earlier in the year and, can't have nice things. Actually having nice things. DJ Burns, not only did they take advantage of the fact that Wake Forest is a little soft on the inside, and DJ Burns absolutely feasted on that, that other guys stepped up when needed. It just wasn't about the DJ Burns 2s. It was a timely Jarkel Joyner 3. How big was that Casey Morsell 3 in the corner, by the way, which is where he always makes his threes?
LJ Thomas and Casey Morsell, to Steve Forbes' point about doubling Burns, was why he didn't want to double Burns. I thought that was a great cat and mouse game.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, Winston-Salem first half, Damari Monsanto really carried Wake.
He did.
Now, Terquavion Smith picks up his 3rd foul in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Forbes is a smart coach. So what does he do? He has Hildreth basically try to exploit Smith. However, Hildreth wasn't finishing the way that Monsanto was. And I thought that was the real problem for Wake, is Monsanto, 15 points first half. He was the hot hand. But since Smith wasn't guarding him, Forbes rightly went away from him to try to get Smith out of the game. But it turned out that the tables kind of flipped there, because with Burns, I'm looking at Mike Marsh, and I'm going, this guy's huge.
Yeah.
7'1", 250. And Burns was just bullying him. Bullying.
Sometimes you could be tall for nothing.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
He was bullying him. Wasn't until the final 2 possessions, one of the hack of Burns possessions, when Forbes was like, I'm going to put Monsanto on him because he's strong enough and he's got a low enough base that he's at least not moving him with the ease that he was with Marsh. So, yeah, the officiating in the first half of that game was curious on Smith. His second foul was not a foul, but the third foul was like the definition of stupid. You have 2 fouls, there's 7 minutes left in the half, and you're reaching over 6'10" Andrew Carr.
Yeah, man.
And then, no, that's just straight up dumb.
Yeah.
I think Wake is an incredibly well-coached team, but they're not the most athletic team in the history of the world.
Also,
which, you look at State, they have some really athletic players, particularly when they don't score. I feel like Joyner and Morsell get after you defensively, and I think that's made a big difference for them.
The other thing about NC State, too, and again, trying to get away from immediately going to officiating conversations out of this weekend, I'm gonna mash up 2 coachisms that we used to hear a lot all the time when they were here. All right, so when Sidney Lowe was the head coach at NC State, what would he say? Gotta make shots, right? Gotta make shots. And what would Roy Williams say?
Everything looks better when the ball goes in the basket.
Okay, so, I mean, my feeble basketball brain might not be able to process this correctly, but it wasn't like NC State was taking bad shots in the first half. I mean, we're talking point-blank shots that rimmed out. It was bad rim luck sometimes. I never really got the sense that NC State was taking poor shots. I never got the idea that NC State wasn't getting their opportunities.
Yeah.
Sometimes the ball just doesn't go in.
Yeah, including Burns on the first half.
Yeah, man. Sometimes that rim is like the NC State Fair rim. You're going, wait a minute, how am I supposed to get it in there, man? Like everything's bouncing out. So look, things eventually even out towards the end, and I think that's what ended up happening with NC State. And NC State, honestly, with what's going on the rest of this weekend, I know it's Duke Carolina week, and we'll have plenty of time to talk about that as well, even though I don't know what to make of this game coming up on Saturday. NC State has kind of ventured into the, all right, don't do anything stupid mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a couple of stupid games coming up, and that's fine.
They got Florida State, 9 o'clock on Wednesday. I think the Georgia Tech game, 1 o'clock on Saturday, is the stupid game.
They got a lot of stupid coming up, and that's fine. But please, pretty please, somehow on Wednesday and or Thursday in Greensboro, give us the Big Four. And I don't care in what combination.
Oh.
Because so far the games that I've seen between Duke and Wake and State and Carolina have been very, very good. Would love to see that in Greensboro.